You're sitting in your car during a traffic stop. The officer walks up to your window. Then they say, "Step out of the vehicle." That's the moment where a lot of people feel unsure. Is that a request or an order? Do you actually have to get out of the car, or can you stay seated? The short answer is yes. If an officer tells you to get out of the car during a lawful traffic stop, you usually have to comply. That surprises a lot of people, especially if you haven't done anything wrong. You might be thinking, why should I have to get out if this is just a simple stop? The reason comes down to safety. Traffic stops can be unpredictable. Officers are trained to control the situation. That helps reduce risk for everyone involved: the driver, the officer, and anyone nearby. Now, this doesn't mean officers can do anything they want. There still has to be a lawful reason for the stop. For example, speeding, a broken taillight, running a stop sign. If the stop itself is legal, then giving instructions like stepping out of the vehicle is generally allowed, even if the reason feels minor. Here's where people sometimes get into trouble. They assume they can negotiate, or delay, or simply refuse. But ignoring a lawful instruction can escalate the situation quickly, not because you're guilty of something, but because officers are trained to treat non-compliance as a potential safety risk. That can lead to more tension, more questions, or being removed from the vehicle physically, none of which most people want. So if you're told to step out of the car, the safest move is simple. Stay calm, move slowly, follow the instruction, then wait for the next direction. That doesn't mean you're admitting guilt. It doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. It simply means you're cooperating with the process. There's another important point to understand. Getting out of the car does not automatically mean you're under arrest, you're being searched, or you're in serious trouble. Often, it's just a standard safety procedure. There are situations where stepping out of the vehicle may lead to additional steps. For example, if an officer suspects impairment, if they believe a crime may have occurred, or if they need to conduct further investigation. But stepping out of the car by itself does not mean those things are happening. It's simply part of managing the situation safely. Some people worry that complying means giving up their rights. That's not the case. You can follow instructions while still protecting your rights. You can cooperate and still choose how much information to share. Those two things can happen at the same time. Here's the bottom line. During a lawful traffic stop, officers can usually require drivers to step out of the vehicle. Refusing to do so can escalate the situation quickly. But complying doesn't mean you're guilty of anything. It simply helps keep the situation safe and controlled. If this helped, subscribe to Simple Legal for clear explanations of everyday legal situations. Because knowing what to do in the moment can make all the difference.